Hi everyone, and welcome to another Sketchbook Sunday episode. Today's painting is based on this photo that I took while on a trip through Switzerland a couple of years ago. Surprise, surprise, I think by now it shouldn't really come as a surprise that most of my paintings are nature-based and based off of a lot of my travel photos that I've taken in the past. I always kind of lose myself when I'm looking through all these beautiful travel photos that I've taken, especially given the fact that we can't really travel right now due to obvious world circumstances. As I've mentioned in previous videos, Switzerland is definitely one of those places that is really dear to my heart. The nature there is just absolutely incredible. I don't think I've seen another place quite like it. So if you live in Switzerland, I hope you don't take it for granted, the beautiful landscape that you have there. Take advantage of those mountains and go climb them, especially because you can, you don't have to abide by all these social distancing rules when you're in the mountains, because most of the time you're by yourself and you're just there with the sounds of nature and the animals. So go on a hike for me, do me a favor and go on a hike if you live in Switzerland or anywhere really with beautiful nature and mountains that surround you. So recently I was talking with my sister-in-law, and she has plans to eventually move to Scotland. I know that that's been a dream of hers for a really long time. She wants to open up an ecological B&B, and we were kind of chatting about the potential of my fiance and I, which is her brother, to join her on this endeavor. To move to Scotland and just start up some sort of an ecological business there. And ever since we had that conversation and she shared some of the potential cottages that were for rent there, sort of in the countryside, I have just been swept away by this feeling of, I don't really know how to describe it. It's this feeling of really wanting to be somewhere and knowing that it's sort of where you need to be. When I think of, for example, British Columbia in Canada, beautiful place, beautiful mountains, but when I think of moving there, I don't quite get the same feeling that I do when I think about Scotland. Some of the cottages that she showed me that were for rent were situated on these beautiful green rolling hills, and there was no other house in sight. And I could just picture, tending to my big garden and canning and preserving for the winter, sitting on those luscious rolling hills and painting the seascape. Oh my gosh. I just want to move into the middle of nowhere and just enjoy nature and the peace and quiet. I mean, even as I'm filming this voiceover right now, a really loud motorcycle just drove by and I had to pause the recording and basically re-record part of my video. And this happens multiple times a day, and I'm just kind of sick of the noise, and I'm really tired of city life. Even if we don't live in a very big city at all, it's still too much for me. I am definitely somebody who needs their peace and quiet and solitude and isolation, and I hope that we can make that a reality in the coming years. I do, however, have this tendency to romanticize these thoughts that I have, so I'll think of a place and think it's this magical, one-of-a-kind place, and sometimes I forget to think of the potential negatives of being in that situation. And I'm sure all of us do this, right? When we have a awesome trip planned that we're really excited to, let's just say you're going to Rome, you're thinking of probably the tour that you're going to take of the Colosseum and the gelato that you're going to eat at a beautiful cafe in a random alley, but you don't think about all of the problems that you're going to endure getting there. Airport loses your luggage, or you're in a really hot, sweaty bus and somebody robs you. You don't think of all of the things that don't go really well, you just romanticize what you think your experience is going to be like. And I do that a lot. I do that with trips. I do that with just thinking of situations that I would rather be in, such as, living in Scotland in the countryside. But it's really important to appreciate every single aspect of your life. Even if you're not content in the situation that you're in, try to think of the things that you have that a lot of people don't have. Food, shelter, people that love you, your health, first and foremost, your health. So just keep that in mind next time that you are romanticizing about another place that you'd like to be, or another situation that you want to be in. Anyways, that's it for today's Sketchbook Sunday episode. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and check out my other uploads.